Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be going over January new releases. Now, I know that I'm kind of late to the game on this one because we're already halfway through January by the time you're seeing this. So, yeah, I can't really say there's any excuse. I just got a little bit behind and did not get this video out when I wanted to, but here we are. I'm still excited to share these with you. I'm not going to go like too in depth on a lot of these. Like I probably won't share too many because I mean we're already into January and soon you're going to be getting the February one. But anyways, let's dive into it and I will share what I'm excited about that's coming out in January. So this first one I know nothing about. I just know that a lot of you guys are Leigh Bardugo fans, and so this book called Hellbent is coming out, and this is number 2 in this series, so I can't really say anything about it, but I just wanted to note here that it is coming out this month for all of you Leigh Bardugo fans. I'm sure you already know about it, so go out and buy it, and if you don't, now you know it's coming out. Then we have this new book by Grady Hendrix coming out called How to Sell a Haunted House. And the premise of this sounds interesting. So this one says that following the pandemic of coronavirus, the two main characters are brother and sister, and their parents actually died at the tail end of the coronavirus. And so now they're trying to like manage all their assets, trying to figure out what to do with all their stuff. And it's kind of difficult because these siblings are also pretty much estranged. Like they don't talk to each other. They're very different and they don't really get along. And so now they're trying to sell their parents' house as like one of the last things, but a lot of disturbing things start happening at the house and it gets to the point where they're kind of trapped, and so they're debating on either selling the house or burning it all down. And so yeah, I think this is going to follow the events of them living in the house while they're trying to sell it, and a bunch of different things start happening. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll have to read it and find out, but it definitely sounds very intriguing, and I'm always down for a haunted house premise. I've also never read anything by Grady Hendrix, but I've heard good things about them. So this sounds like one that could get me into their writing. The next one I actually have a physical copy of because I didn't know that this book was coming out, and Marcus surprised me by getting it for me for Christmas, and that is The Stolen Heir. So this is another book in the Cruel Prince series, but this is following the story of Soren and Oak. So Oak is their little brother in the main series, but this is following him when he, I believe, is like a teenager. So he's a little bit more grown up. I don't know how far he's grown up because I think in the original series he's like 11 or 12. So I think this is following him when he's like 16 or 17. But him and Queen Soren, I believe, are on the run, and something from there happens. I'm not really sure. It just says on the inside, it says a runaway queen, a reluctant prince, and a quest that may destroy them both. So that's all I really need to know. I'm very excited. I got super pumped because I didn't know this was even coming out, and yeah, it was such a cool surprise. I am really just excited to jump back into the world of The Cruel Prince because I really enjoyed that series. I mean, the last book could have been a little bit better, but other than that, like I loved the first book. I loved the second book. I thought it was great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving back in and getting some more like Fae world. So yeah. Okay, and then the next one we have is called A Dreadful Splendor, and I actually heard about this one a while back, but I'm going to give you guys the synopsis because it's more like, it's like a gothic murder mystery, but it sounds really cool. Okay, so it says this. Be careful what you conjure. In Victorian London, Genevieve Timmins poses as a spiritualist to swindle wealthy mourners, until one misstep lands her in a jail cell awaiting the noose. Then a stranger arrives to make her a peculiar offer. The lord he serves, Mr. Pemberton, has been inconsolable since the tragic death of his beautiful bride-to-be. If Genevieve can perform a seance persuasive enough to bring the young lord peace, she will win her freedom. Soothing a grieving nobleman should be easy for someone of Genevieve's skill, but when she arrives at the grand Somerset Park estate, Mr. Pemberton is not the heartbroken lover she expected. The surly yet exceedingly handsome gentleman is certain that his fiancée was murdered, even though there is no evidence. Only a confession can bring justice now, and Mr. Pemberton decides Genevieve will help him get it. With his knowledge of the household and her talent for illusion, they can stage a haunting so convincing it will coax the killer into the light. However, when frightful incidents befall the manor, Genevieve realizes her tricks aren't required after all. She may be a fake, but Somerset's ghost could be all too real. That sounds so cool. I know you guys know that I like ghost stories, so just reading that like makes me super pumped, and I think it would be a good one. So I'm really looking forward to seeing like if this one pans out as a good one. But we'll have to wait and see. Then we have this one, which is called A Guide to Being Just Friends. And this one just intrigued me because it sounded like a Hallmark movie. So, I mean, you guys all know that I love those. So this one's following a main character named Haley, who is trying to get her salad restaurant off the ground. Like, she's an entrepreneur and she's trying to get this business running. And so her whole thing is like she wants no distractions. And then there enters Wes, who is not really the relationship type of person because he had his parents divorce when he was younger, and so that kind of like impacted his view on relationships for himself and the future, and so he's not really looking for anything like that. But the two of these people meet in a disastrous meet cute, and so they actually part ways, but then Wes tries to track Haley down to apologize for his behavior during this disastrous meet cute. And so from there, they kind of like spark a friendship and become good friends. And so the book is them navigating being friends, potentially moving to something further because that's a rom-com plot and that's what happens. But yeah, so we're going to see how the two of those people navigate that situation and we'll see what happens. But I think it just sounds pretty cool. It's like it's very like chill rom-com, but something that I would like. And it reminds me of the movie Just Friends. I know it's not like really the same premise, but I just really like that movie, so I hope it's kind of like this. But yeah. Anyways, so that one I just wanted to throw in there. Okay, and then the last one I have is an isolated setting thriller called The Disinvited Guest. So listen to this, because this sounds good. Lucy Harper still has traumatic memories and lingering health problems from the 2020 pandemic. So when a new virus surfaces years later, she and her husband, Reed, seek refuge on his family's private island off the coast of Maine. Ostensibly safely sequestered with their 5 closest friends and family, Lucy should feel at ease. So why does she feel the weight of the island's dark history pushing down on the group? As Lucy uncovers Reed's family's secrets and the island's history as a quarantine hospital for typhus patients, she becomes obsessed with the past and feels her own grip on reality slipping. Tempers flare, strange signs appear in the woods, and accidents turn deadly. Is the island haunted by the dead, or is it someone amongst the living taking their revenge? Ooh, this sounds so good. I love isolated setting thrillers, so I feel like this one is definitely like a must grab when it comes out, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to checking this one out. And I'm also looking forward to reading all the isolated setting thrillers I currently have on my shelves because I have a lot of those too. So I'm looking forward to getting to those this year. Anyway, like I said, it was going to be a short list. Those are all the books that I'm excited for coming out in January. So if you've heard of any of these, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have other new releases that you think I'd be interested in, then put those in the comments down below as well. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as links by my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.